Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Factorio. A couple of things before we get started. First of all, huge shout out to our first follower, Darius. It's amazing to actually have a follower. For everybody wondering, these videos are on my YouTube. I'll post a link at the bottom of the page here. When we're done, there'll be a bottom panel with a YouTube link, and you can go and catch up on our previous streams if you guys haven't caught up already. Last thing before we get started here, I do want to apologize for not paying attention to the Twitch chat. I kind of missed a bunch of chats yesterday because I did not realize people were actually on the stream watching, but I'll try and keep a better eye on that. So let's get in here and load up our game here. Now yesterday we left off trying to get these copper furnaces up and running. Now, you guys are saying yesterday that it was painful to see me manually putting coal into furnaces. I do that in the early games simply because it seems a little bit faster than trying to do an entire setup to power them, especially when I'm just going to eliminate that setup in the future to build this setup that you see here. But now that we do have all this set up, you won't have to watch me put coal in furnaces anymore, so everybody wins. We're going to go ahead and we're just going to put these inserters down. Looks like I'm going to need some more. We'll come up here. Thankfully, we have this entire process automated now. And we have entire stacks of these just waiting in the winds. Looks like I'm going to need another 30 long inserters. Actually, probably should build a factory just to an assembler, I should say, just to build more long. Oop. We actually have biters. This is what that explanation point is. We got biters attacking the some conveyor belts. Let's go get them. Good thing we built that machine gun. There were only 2 of them. But that does mean we are going to need to put down some turrets to help defend ourselves. Thankfully, there's only 2 and not like 20 of them. If there was 20 of them, we may have been in trouble there. I'll go ahead and just build the turret. Did they increase the range of the turrets? Looks like they may have increased the range of the turrets. That circle looks a little bit bigger than last time. Go ahead and we'll just throw 10 clips of ammo in that turret, and that should be enough to defend that one spot for now. I might want to build another one down here in a little bit, but that should be good for now. Okay. Once we get the copper running here, I'm going to set up some factories for turrets and ammunition, because I don't want to be building those all the time either. Okay, let's go ahead and get these long inserters, which will be grabbing the coal in place. Getting some frame rate dips here. I don't know if you guys can notice in your end, but it's probably because my computer is about 7 years old now. Video card probably can't really handle streaming and the game as well as I'd like it to. It's okay though, we'll get through the stuttering. I don't want to plug the donation link at the bottom that much, but if you're interested in donating, click the link at the bottom of the Twitch subscription to, or at the Twitch page, I should say, to donate. Anything you do donate is going to go towards getting a better video card so that we can have an easier time streaming. And get our power cable set up here, and that should get copper running. And probably more copper than I'm ever going to need here. Oh, ran out of telephone poles again. I might just take my leftover wood and set up a factory for these poles. I know I said I was going to save them for an emergency fuel storage, but yeah, I don't really want to build telephone poles. Okay, so that will be more than enough copper to supply everything over here. Now, what I want to do is set up 3 assembling machines. Probably should get some research going too. We'll go ahead and we'll get lasers. At 10, that will go pretty quick. Just gonna build one more. What I want to do here is I'm having to build way too many gear wheels for my taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and set up an assembling machine specifically for gear wheels so I can stop having to make those every 2 seconds. So that will just deposit gear wheels in here, and I won't have to worry about making them anymore. And that won't really affect the production line. So should be good there. This is now running at better efficiency. Go ahead and make another research plant here. They're called science labs. I know they're called science labs. I just couldn't figure out the word of what they were. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why not? We'll go down to probably 15 again. Oops, wrong direction. And it's done already. Okay, what do I want to do next? Steel. Steel seems like a good bet. Don't really need it right now, but might as well. It only costs red, and that's all I have right now, so... Get these telephone poles put in, and this should automate my science a little bit faster. And with so many of these running at once, it should really get everything. And we are out of electricity. I knew I'd have to expand that. Alright, I'm going to grab a couple of pieces of iron blocks or stacks up here. And we'll come down over here to the power plant. Autosave. Okay. Steel is done already. I think all this is going to start requiring green science packs. Yeah, looks like it. I could get fluid handling. Better shooting. I'm really worried about that. I'm going to go ahead and get myself some armor. Just in case some biters come, I'll take less damage. While I'm over here, I think I'll build a turret to defend this section too. Okay, let's see about getting this expanded here. So far 1-to-1 seems to be working out pretty well here. Let's see about just adding a steam engine. If you watched the last episode, you know I kind of really struggled with the steam engines and the new setup and how efficient they were. So it looks like this is actually fine here with 5. And shockingly, even with adding an extra steam engine, my performance is still not maxed. Alright, let's get, let's see, 2 more steam engines. Steam is still at 199. Still good. I'll go ahead and put another one down. Well, armor is done. I don't think I can do anything else that's just red. Maybe except for fluid handling. I'll go ahead and I'll get that done. Fluid handling basically allows us to store stuff like oil and stuff. It's very important. It's hard to tell how efficient this really is here. It looks like it's fine. So I'll go ahead and I'll just make a couple of more steam engines here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go up to 9. Should be enough for now. Go ahead and drop this turret right here. That should be enough to defend this area pretty well. A little bit weaker down at this end, but should be fine. Okay. So we're at about 50. Oh, we got biters again? Ah, the turrets took care of them. Perfect. Looks like they got some biter camp close over here. Keep getting them attacking, but it looks like the one turret we put up there took care of that without a problem. Looks like we're good on power for now, 50%. The steam's stable. So we're good. Alright, well, we need to keep moving left. Okay. Alright, what do I want to tackle next? This doesn't seem to have enough copper ore running through it. Not that I really need it, but I'm going to go ahead and just put an extra 2 electric drills here. Let's go ahead and queue up a couple telephone poles here. Alright. So I really don't want to be running around handling turret building and ammunition building every 5 seconds. Yeah, 1 kill. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start that factory I was talking about earlier where we're going to have turrets and ammunition being produced. So from these 2 factories, I'm going to have my magazines being done. And they're both going to output to this iron chest right here. That's within the protection area of this turret, so we're good there. And what do I need for this? Just iron plates? Yep, so we're good there. Okay, go ahead and we'll just extend this here. Okay. Magazine into the chest. Perfect. Well, it looks like it's going to slowly start piling up there. So I'm just going to replace that with a fast inserter just so that the magazines aren't stockpiling there. And now we need a assembler for the actual turrets. So this is going to take gear, copper, and iron plates. Okay. Do I want another copper machine up here? Maybe. Actually starting to max out on inserters here. I mean, this isn't doing enough gears that it's going to power that, so... And actually, if you look at it, we're actually having iron supply issues. Like, iron isn't even reaching up here. We've got a minimal factory here, and we already have iron production issues. Great. Alright, well, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and build one more assembler. Should take this chance to pick up my gear wheels. Oop, fluid handling's done. Good, and I'll just start bullet damage just to get it done. Where's the assembler? There it is. Yeah, we'll be having to produce gear wheels for a long time. Okay. So what I'm actually going to do here... is I'm going to use this as part of that production there. Because otherwise it's probably going to take way too much of my iron. This is once again a problem with gear wheels. They just consume a whole crap ton of iron. This is how fast they make. Okay, so... I'm going to do is I'm going to reset up my gear wheel storage over here. And then this is going to be where the turrets are. So what this is going to do is it's going to take gear wheels that come off of this factory, and anything that doesn't get consumed by this assembly machine is going to be deposited in here for my use. So what I want to do now is get the copper plates up here. It shouldn't be too hard. I might need some underground transporter belts. And am I out of transporter belts already? Where's my transporter belt production? Is this it? Yes. Full chest full of them. And that's probably not going to be enough. Transporter belts. Okay, so... Ooh, I built a ton of them. Didn't want to build that many, but I guess it's fine. Yep, just keep searching weapon damage until I can get green science backs up. Okay, so... What I want to do... Oops, take those out here. It's the best way to get copper up there. So I think what I'll do is I'll put that there. And then underground transporter belt here. Turn this north. Too far. Underground transporter belt here. And move up here. Okay. And now we can put a long, and it's right on top of where it needs to be. So kill that. Extend those. Put that there. There. Now this should be able to make turrets. And the turrets are going to go into this box here. We'll get a blue to handle that. Oh, I already had a blue. Okay. Alright, I need to work on my iron production. As you can see, despite having 30 of these running, I'm not getting enough iron to power this entire factory. It's kind of sad, actually. And sadly, if I put more furnaces here, I'm just going to lose efficiency. As you can see, these inserters already have to wait a second or two to put iron plates on the lines, so there's no use of extending this because this is kind of already maxed out. What I can do is start moving to make fast transporter belts, which will allow me to make this more efficient. So what do I need for that? Let's see here. So I need logistics too, which is going to be 200 red science packs and 200 green science packs. So I need to start making green science packs. Let's see here. Let's build... Yep. Keep researching. Okay, so let's build... Oop, wrong button. Let's build 1, 2, 3 assembling machines. And kind of want the green to come down here and end up right about here. So let's see, what do greens need? I think greens need inserters and transporter belts? Yes. Okay, so we already have inserters. What the heck? Oh, I hit the manual fire button. So what I'm going to do... Yeah, that's way too many inserters. Okay, what I'm going to do is... I want to get these over there. Trying to look at the best way to do that. I guess it's okay if it's inefficient. I can just come up around here like this. Actually, what am I thinking? They could all be mass produced right here. So what I want to do is this is going to have the inserters come out like this. My production could be right here. 3, 4. Finish off the transporter belts. Inserter, 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 inserter. Power, power, power. Oh, that's connected. Good. And put that inserter back. And then all I've got to do I'm running out of inventory space is bring these belts. Let's keep researching that until we get greens up. What I'm doing right now, just quickly going into the research screen, is I'm just researching the gun bullet speed upgrades and the damage upgrades. Just because all they cost right now is red, and I've got nothing else that requires red, so I might as well keep everything moving. Okay, so we're going to bring these transporter belts over like this. So this inserters will end up on the left side, transporter belts will end up on the right side. And then we just set these to green science packs. Now, this is a really inefficient way to bring these green science packs down, and this might actually get in the way of future buildings, but it works for now. We might adjust it later. As I said, I'm not really planning any of this out. I'm just kind of going by what feels right. Gonna delete that and put this there like that. Now the reason why I had to do that is because if I put this up here, like this, it is one consistent cycle going down. Where if I do it up here like this, it goes in down here and then ends up on the left side, which it looks like it would have done either way, so I didn't have to worry about it. But this way, if I ever redo this and for some reason these green packs end up on the other side, this will solve that problem in the future. So that will get me greens. Now, I think what I'm going to do, since I have the resources, I'm going to build the other 5, 10, 15 of these. Oops. I need to go pick up some electronics. You're already starting to see the benefits of having all this manufactured offhand. Now I don't have to run every place, and I would have to do it myself. It takes so long with some of this stuff, especially when I have to make 50 whatever for these science facilities. Is that too many? How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Nah, good enough. Okay, put long inserters here. Now, you might be asking why I'm doing this whole double science beltway here. That is because in the most recent patch, they added additional science packs. So this will allow me to get 4 out of all these science packs moving down there. I think I kind of screwed up there. Yeah. Oh well, it's good enough. Okay. First thing to actually research is the expanded belt pouch. Now, the expanded belt pouch gives me another row of items to hotkey here, and I just find that super useful, so I'm going for it. I'm going to take a couple of these science packs and just deposit them up here, just to get some of these running. Now, unfortunately, these have had a lot of time to stockpile reds, so I've got an abundance of reds, and greens are going to be in short supply for a while, but we'll be okay. Okay. What do I want to do next? How's my power doing? We're at about 3/4, so that's pretty good. Let's check on just all our production. I just want to make sure everything's producing smoothly. Oh, we seem to have a coal shortage over here. Let's see what's going on. I'm a bit of an idiot. Okay, so I meant for this coal to eventually come over here, but that never happened. And I don't see a good way of making that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a splitter, which splits items between belts at a 1-to-1 ratio. I'm going to put this here and move that over here, and that will get coal moving back on that belt there. Thankfully, there was enough coal on this belt that for this entire time that it's been keeping that running. This coal right here, just this section, will get all these furnaces back up and running. Not that it's going to matter. There's still a lot of inefficiency over here, but really do like to keep things running as smoothly as possible. Tool belt's almost done. Having all these sciences is going to pay off. Getting things moving again. How is my copper production? Yeah, pretty good. Copper ore is getting over here, but that's just because all these copper facilities are inactive because these are already stored up to 100, so the only place I can put stuff is down here. And like an idiot, I forgot to put belts there. Okay. Still doing okay on power. Everything looks like it's functioning over here. I think next what I'm going to do is collect a couple of turrets and just place a couple of turrets around in key areas just to keep things protected. We'll stock those turrets up with ammunition and then we'll move on. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is do the logistics too, which is going to allow me to do the fast transporter belts. And that will allow us to get everything more efficient, especially with the iron production. Because as you can see, once again, iron's barely making it up here at all. I've made one gun turret, which isn't good. Let's see here. You're protecting most of that. So this one, I'm going to just come down here and put this gun turret here to protect this bottom side. And I'm going to put just a 1/4 of a stack of ammo in there. Let's grab these greens, put them to use. Let's see here. Everything seems to be running just fine. Just an effort to get some turrets made. I'm going to put a stack of iron in there just to get this moving. Max that out, and we're good. Okay. So while we're waiting on logistics 2, I'm going to come over here. Did it stop? Oh no, it's just moving very slowly. Because it's 200 each, yeah, so it's going to take a while. Each of those science facilities is only doing one at a time, and it's going to take 200, so it's going to require a lot of runs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come up over here, and I'm just going to set up a couple of iron chests. And I'm just going to divide up some of my wood here. And then what will happen is if this, for some reason, ever runs short on coal, which seems like we might be 1.0, 200, 1.0. So this is actually, I won't say max efficiency, but we don't have enough coal coming up here, so might be a bit of a problem once this runs out of stock. But basically what will happen is if I'm in the middle of building stuff and there's not enough coal, like this coal runs out or whatever, I can quickly come over here, put inserters here, and put the wood here, and then that will jumpstart my power. Because what can end up happening is you could be producing such little power that you can't even get the inserters that feed these steam engines running, and then you're in trouble because then you have to manually do everything, and you can't manually mine fast enough, and then you got biters trying to attack you, and it is not good. So I'm going to go ahead and double my coal production here before that runs out. Now, the great thing about some of these longer transported belts is it is a way to actually store coal. It's not ideal, but you can see that because there's so much coal on this line previously that it lasted up until now. And we're just going to make sure really quick here that that's enough coal. So that's just got a piece of coal. This is really killing my power, but I've got enough power right now, so we're fine. And actually, it's all about the performances dropping due to lack of steam. Shockingly, we have enough production right now to last, but okay, so this is back to building steam. Good. Okay. Logistics is at 3/4. Everything seems to be running smoothly for right now. So I think what I'll do is while we're waiting for logistics 2, I'm going to go ahead up and set up our fast transporter belts. So I believe fast transporter belts requires gears, and it requires gears, and it requires normal belts. That's right. So we should be able to just take them off of this line. That's not ideal though, because there's not enough iron coming here. It should work though. So I'm going to take that away. We'll move this up here, move this to over here. Bring this down here. Oh, can that. It's not going to work. Alright. Okay. So this should work for getting the fast inserters out. Misclick there. Let's see. Okay, logistics 2 is done. Perfect. Alright, what do I want to research next? Research that speed, circuit network, shooting cells, electricity, mining productivity. Flammables? No. Here we go. I think I want to do oil processing. Trying to think of what I need next. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do oil processing. 100 each, take half the time as previously. So now we should be able to get fast transporter belts. And yep, belts and gear wheels. Don't have enough gear wheels here. Go ahead and I'll just throw a stack in there just to help get this started. I think there's going to be a slight... Yeah, this doesn't really pick up on the builds fast enough. I can adjust that though. If I put a little dip in here like that. I can bring this up by one. Put another long inserter here. And run some cables. And now we'll have two running, so it should be a little bit easier of a time getting stuff in there. Oh, need some more gear wheels. Now, as you can see, getting belts, once again, is one of the biggest consumers of iron. First of all, you need 1 iron plate and 1 gear wheel, right? That's a total of 3 iron just for the transporter belt. Then you need a transporter belt and 5 gear wheels to make 1 fast belt. That's, as it says there, 11.5 iron plates per every tile. It's a bit crazy. We got 48 already though. And we're out of gear wheels again over here, so just stack that in there. Okay. Go ahead and start replacing these with fast belts. Now what this will do is help maximize the efficiencies of these ones that are closer to the end, so they're not waiting as long. And that will increase the amount of iron plates per second that's coming down this belt here. Out of gear wheels again. Not optimal to put gear wheels in there manually, but that's one of the benefits of having them go to crates, is that we're able to do that because we have them stored up. Looks like I need an underground transporter belt, which is 40 gear wheels, 97 iron plates to make 1 fast underground belt. That is ridiculous. Oh, I didn't used to do that. So before, you had to place each red one manually. 1 clicking now does it. That's a great update. Good quality of life thing for players. Also, one of the advantages of the fast is this stuff now comes down the line faster. So these actually have less time to pick up the items, which means that they are much more likely to end up at the end here. As you can see, they're already stockpiling here at the end. Any turrets? What's this waiting on? Iron plates. Oh. That never got put in there. Okay, let's see here. So we just got oil. Let's get sulfuric acid. Just getting all my oil research in here. So as you can see, this production line is now super effective. No more wait times, but it's not really still producing enough iron. So I think I think I want to change that from sulfur to advanced metal processing, because what this is going to be able to do is it's going to unlock steel furnaces, which are twice as fast as normal furnaces. So that will mean that these will produce a lot more iron, which is what I need right now. So go ahead and get that started. Looks like there's just enough green coming down here that this is mostly active most of the time. As research takes longer, it gets more expensive time-wise. Those become more and more utilized. How's my power doing? Production's still at 3/4. That's a little bit shocking. Yeah, this is just not getting enough plates to do anything. Thankfully, I don't need any more fast belts at this time. I'm actually going to come up here and dump a stack of my normal transporter belts up here just so they're not chewing up my inventory space. I'm actually wondering if I want to put in more assembling machines for green science packs. Right now, that's really what's holding up my production. Let me see here. How long do these take to make? So they take 8.7 seconds total. Oh, man. Effectively, they take 6 seconds. So about half a second faster than reds. It's about the same. I think I'll do that then. Just so that doesn't... So I'll just add one here. Don't want to add too many because the more plates and the more inserters that come up here, the more iron it's going to consume, but should be fine, honestly. Then... bam. So that should get extra science, green science packs on this transport belt. And since we set this up properly earlier, and because this is going to go on the opposite way around, when this comes all the way around over here, it's still going to end up on the left side of this belt where I want it to end up. So we should be good. Okay, advanced material processing is done. We're going to start sulfuric acid. Now, biters coming in, biters coming in. And we'll just shoot them. That turret would have handled it, but I like to shoot them myself. So I just haven't seen more biters, honestly, especially since we turned this up to hard difficulty. And whatever, we'll have a nice peaceful game. Okay, so I think to make, yeah, steel furnaces requires 6 plates and 6 stone blocks. Okay, so to get stone blocks, what we've actually got to do is we've got to get stone mining up. Because stone blocks are made by putting stone into furnaces. So what do I want to do here? I think I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down like this, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Trying to think ahead on this a little bit. Move this down like this. Get this connected to power real quick. Still got an electricity for the moment. Okay. These are in the wrong direction. Okay, we will get these up and moving. And then we just need to get some coal down here. I saw something move there for a second. I thought biter may have come to nibble at me. Then we'll just get 2 more of these electric drills. Get this started right here. Run power up. Out of telephone poles again. Okay, so all we have to do is just connect these. Oh, I guess I need... I should have had this running around there outside. Now, this is a good example where I like to have the materials running around the outside, because it's just easier that way, and having the output in the middle just makes things easier. Now I have to have these two kind of meet up like this here. Oh, gotta get my long inserters out. Go ahead and start on plastics. Don't think I actually get coal here. We'll just adjust that a little. There, that ought to work. Okay. And that ought to get bricks. Okay. So now I need steel. And steel is made by taking iron and coal and a furnace to make steel. So we'll just turn this section here into my steel section. I'm not even sure how big I want my steel section to be. Maybe 10 furnaces big? Trying to do a better job of planning ahead here. Oh, looks like we got some stream followers, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Let's quickly go in here. We'll make 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I said I wanted 10. Each of these is going to handle about 2. I'm going to go with 12. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get that back up and running. Okay. Oh, that's facing the wrong way again. I hate when that happens. Now, I'm going to need 12 stone furnaces. 5, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start taking out some trees. I'll put 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll run this iron all the way around. Going to get rid of some more of these trees, which I needed the wood to make more telephone poles anyway, so it looks like we've been going for a little bit here, but going for about 48 minutes. We'll keep going for now. Clear these out so we can see. And we'll get the first set of inserters up. We're going to build a splitter here. To allow that coal to go there without having to build any more mining equipment. To be honest, we've got enough mining equipment right now. this section is going to give us the copper plates that we need for our steel industry. Come out here, and then we'll have the actual steel made up here. So what I need is another 5-10 of these. I'm not actually sure how much steel this is going to be able to do. See, I've got 12 to 10. We'll see how this works. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, I'm actually going to split this coal again, which I don't really like splitting this much, because by the time it gets down to the end, you don't quite have as much coal as you would think. It's the effect of dividing by 2, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and... I don't know what I want to research right now, actually. I need yellow science soon. Batteries. Batteries sounds good. Gonna need those. Okay. Bring this up like this. Get rid of this tree. Ooh, I am out of transporter belts. Didn't see that coming. Okay. Oh, actually, we don't seem to have enough iron ore there. Let's see if we've got any made up here. 70, not bad. I can just steal off this production line as well right there. That should give me enough to work with. For now, at least. Okay. Let's get these inserters in place as well. It was silent every couple of minutes. It's just me going and checking the Twitch stream to see if there's anything in chat. I actually don't have dual monitors at this time, so it's just my way of making sure I'm not ignoring you guys. Okay, we'll connect to power, and that should get steel running. Let's see, the output would be here. Yeah, already there's not enough coal coming in here, so what I'm actually going to do, I think, is I can just snap one down like that. That should be enough to power this whole thing, honestly. I need to adjust... I need to adjust some of these telephone poles, but can't click on them quite right, so it's going to be more of a hassle that's worth. Okay, so that's steel. So, what I'm actually going to do... I know this is inefficient by having a slow underground belt fed by fast belts, English, but I mean, honestly, it's just too much resource requirement to build them. And I need to extend these a little bit here. There, that will get those working. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to build an assembling machine. And we're going to set up just build an iron chest. a factory to build these steel furnaces. See, 6 blocks and steel. And if I was smart enough to put the last piece in there. Oh, batteries are done. Okay, what do we want to research next? Oh, mining production. There's so much stuff here. Do I need anything right now? Could make my research go faster. Yeah, so much research to get done. Okay, so our first steel furnace is done. Looks like I should be able to... Well, no, this is actually consuming 100% of our production right now. Yeah, steel's not stockpiling up there. This requires so much materials. Trying to get a good sense of how many more furnaces I could put here. We'll do another 5. 4, 5. Get some more long inserters. I don't want to do this, but I'll just build a few transporter belts to finish this off. Perfect. Okay. Telephone poles. Put these over here like this. Here's my underground belts to finish. Really need to get my iron up there so I could stop having to build belts automatically. Few short. Okay, that should... You know what? I'll just go ahead and I'll just get the other 5 here. Keep going on research speed. And I'm out of resources. Alright, let's take a trip down to Stockpile Lane. I think I made the starting area too big. If only because we haven't really seen enough biters yet. There enough? Oh, I'm about to say these weren't running. I thought there was enough stone. It's just maxed out what it can hold on a transporter belt. Why are these? Oh, I faced the long inserters in the wrong direction. I am a noob. Tree's gotta go. We're waiting on that to finish the rest of my belt, to start putting these up. Perfect. Okay, so that should really give me enough steel. Which really, I think now should have a few, just a few steel furnaces. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by improving the steel production. So we're just going to replace all of these with steel furnaces. Okay, so now it looks like iron ore is the shortage here. Maybe we should check on my power too. Maybe it wouldn't be such a shortage if I connected this. And I'll just put down 2 more mining drills. Should be enough to get everything working. Probably not though. There's it's a lot less than I thought it was. And I'm stuck in the trees. Hang on, boys, let's chop our way out. Chop, 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 chop. We're free! Freedom! Okay. That should be enough iron ore. Alright, I think that's going to be about it for the days, guys. We've been going for about an hour here. We got our production all set up. When we come back next time, we'll be upgrading our iron production. And we'll probably start fluids, being mining of oil. So I'm going to post a link down at the bottom of my screen for the previous rounds if you guys have missed any. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Have a good one.